And you're live.
Well, this is Epic Sketch Time for September 27th, 2016. My name is James Stowe. I'm a cartoon illustrator. God bless you. I'm a cartoonist and illustrator who creates a little all-ages webcomic called Sidekick Quests. You can read it at sidekickquest.com. And tonight I am joined by two other wonderful cartoonists, and I will let them introduce themselves.
I'm Bill Morris. I'm a cartoonist and illustrator, and I do a webcomic called Rhapsodies.
My name is Mark Monlux, and I'm a professional illustrator. Been freelancing since '85, and pardon me. I'm working on two different webcomics. One's called The Comic Critic, and the other one's called The Return of Stickman. And both of them are currently not up online, so don't even bother looking for them.
Your website's still down?
I have the ISP guy that promised to get me my sign-in information last Friday still hasn't sent anything to me.
Yeah, but it's been like 3 weeks, hasn't it?
Well, what I was doing last week was going to my previous ISP and trying to get it to function because my website was there and they had switched it over to a server. But these two, the two ISPs, their information weren't jiving. And then when I realized I was having to relearn everything at the old ISP over again because they changed everything, and it was one of those, hey, let's do everything online and hope you have a MIT doctorate or something. Wow. I basically kind of gave up after I managed to get online and download my old website from where it was. It just for some reason, the URLs weren't being activated. And then I also managed to get my mailing lists. Those were the two important, a solid backup and my mailing list were the two important things. So I'm just saying goodbye to the old ISP and hopefully getting on board with the new ISP. If the guy could just resend me some new information, because the information he sent me, which was quite a long time ago, because I've been waiting to do this for a couple years, that sign-in information wasn't functioning anymore. So anyway, I'm trying not to get too upset about it, but yeah, my website's been down for nearly 2 months. And it's just,
wow.
Yeah, I'm beginning to get a little antsy about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
On the plus side, I've been busy, so it's not like I've been losing work, but I'm losing my web presence a little bit.
Right.
Still, is there anyone else who contacted you via Twitter about wanting to be in tonight?
Wait, what's that?
Did anyone contact you via Twitter about being in tonight?
No. Did you invite Brett?
No, I haven't. I'll invite Brett right now.
Because he usually is interested in joining.
What's Brett's last name?
Giuliano. So, can anyone see what I am working on?
Giuliano or Julian?
What?
I'm finding multiple Bretts on my thing here. I'm trying to find the right. It's Giuliano?
Yes, I believe so.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Weird icon for him.
So before we get too deep into it, can you guys see what I'm working on?
Blank screen.
Yeah.
Every time. All right.
Oh, now I can see it.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's blank again. Or accurately collapsed. It looked like there was just a white screen and then a notation for panel 2 on the top corner.
I
All right,
think.
how about now?
Oh, now I can see it just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I can't share partial screen. Like I can't share windows. I can share my main, like the entire desktop just fine. But I can't share just the active window that I'm working in. It's very odd. So what's everybody else working on tonight?
I am finishing the line art for this witch illustration that I've been spending about an hour or two a week on. Figured with October coming up next week, I should finally finish the bleeping thing.
I thought I would work on some obscure movie aliens tonight.
And I am working on tomorrow's Sidekick quest because I am way late with it.
You got distracted by the debate too?
Oh yeah, something fierce.
I've been yeah, I know. For something I was planning to keep my head in the sand over, it's sort of like I've been having too much fun with the Schadenfreude at Trump's expense.
Yeah. Yeah, the Twitter especially has been a very interesting place the past 12 hours. Now wait,
Yes.
before we get into it, should we make are we making a we are talking about politics on this particular...
Oh God, please no.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'll shut up about it now, but
All right, we can not talk about politics. That's fine.
I plan on seeing a movie this Saturday with my brothers and my father, which critics are not being kind to, but you know, a remake of The Magnificent Seven. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Seven? They don't like it?
that trailer looked terrible.
Okay, I don't think you can judge a movie by the trailer.
In the old days, yes. These days, they generally just put good stuff in there, and the trailer suggested that they were missing the point of both the 50s movie and the Seven Samurai.
I have been purposely not reading reviews or listening to anyone's comments about the movie so that I can go and enjoy it thoroughly without
I thought you just said that they were being really harsh about it.
That's what I heard, was someone saying, "Oh, this review is pretty harsh." It's sort of like people talking about the debates. I haven't been. I've been kind of tuning them out.
Gotcha.
But I'm looking forward to seeing a western with my family.
Well,
Yeah, you're missing 24-hour comic book day. We will miss you.
Now I haven't missed very many 24-hour comic book days. I think the last time I missed a 24-hour comic day, it kind of fell apart because everyone in the comic book shop ended up watching a Walking Dead marathon.
That's right, we sure did. We got nothing done.
That was a big mistake. Now, do you you're not bringing along your son this year, of course?
He's gonna stop in, but no, he's not going to attempt it with me this year. That was, I think, a mistake on our part last year.
Definitely not. I know my limits.
good man. Twice was enough for me.
Oh,
So you're not doing it this year either?
Bill, why aren't you
I
doing it?
hadn't planned to. What?
I think it would be great for you, Bill, to break out of your storyline and do something completely different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, your enthusiasm with that is just overwhelming.
At the moment, beyond the twice is enough excuse, I'll use my sleep therapy excuse. That I have enough trouble with sleep deprivation on normal weeks.
So
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do for 24-hour comic book day, actually.
I had a bit of a thought forming, but I'll just save it for next year. So who's going to be lead? Are you going to be lead for me at the location then, Stowe, or?
Yeah, I asked you to send me information, contact info. Number?
My contact info is I've just been contacting Tacoma Games via their Facebook message.
Okay, do they know that you're not going to be there?
I have not informed them yet.
Wait, what?
I haven't informed them that I wasn't going to be there.
Okay, great. Yeah, they can, and
The last time I sent them a message, I sent them a list of everybody minus my name. So
okay.
Anderson, Zimmer, Pierce, you, Corey, Larry, and a gal named Delia Gable.
Okay.
Now you are aware that it's going to be kind of fun in that you're going to be sharing the facility with a Magic the Gathering event.
I am aware of that. Yes, I cannot wait. I'm so enthused.
Also, apparently you had a conversation with Michael Fitzgerald because I ended up getting $50 via PayPal from him.
Yes, I did. That reminds me, I need to send out a some kind of a announcement about his generous donation and how he's offering stuff to the participants.
And you may want to swing that by the folks at the Tacoma Game. Let them know what, if any, participation they're having in that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. All right. I'll probably set all that up tomorrow. Not sure why I am drawing this entire hut at this point, but
Did you finish your Skyborn project? Or
my what?
the
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, you want to see some pieces from it?
Yeah, show them off.
I would say this is some of the best work I've done in a really long time. Open. Okay. Would be better to show you just the PNGs.
I think so. They'll open up faster.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, this, yeah, you showed me the ship designs last time.
Yeah, I'm finally done with the entire job. So this is a sword design. And it's meant to have kind of that rainbow hue. And all this is vector work.
Wow.
So this is a small island that is on the cover. This is a monster illustration. This is an example of technology. This is a clock.
Oh, I thought it was an elevator at first.
Here are the protagonists. Or that rainbow sword. Here's the antagonist. It is played with cards, and they're designing custom cards for it. And here's an example of the front and back of that.
I noticed at the bottom of the cards there was a 00/00/00/00.
There is, yeah. There's so all the cards, when laid out on the table correctly, are a map. So this card in particular is the map. Which is why it actually has a like a place on it on the card. So this is an action shot. Most of the action takes place on flying ships. This is a flying ship with a lightning cannon. And that is a flying bat, spider, angler fishy type monster. And then the airship from the cover. And I think that's it. That's it. I mean, I also worked on a logo and a cover treatment and stuff, but this job took quite a bit of time. Longer than I had originally anticipated.
On another note, is everybody looking forward to Inktober?
You know what? I generally do not participate in it because I do not use ink. I do like Drawloween. I occasionally participate in that, which is a similar kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mark didn't post a Drawloween
Calendar?
guide of some sort recently? Yeah.
I posted one on. It was one that Stan posted up on. Stan Brown posted one up online, and so I shared it. And I've seen it kind of popped up the same day on a lot of people's.
Is that the one you're going to use?
I am thinking that if I have I have a list somewhere in my computer of another series I wouldn't mind doing of movie cards. This one would be Obscure Robots.
Oh.
But I'm trying to decide, should I leave out androids or should I leave out cyborgs? Because
So if you're going to leave out something, I would leave out cyborgs.
But here's the thing: there's a number of 1950 movies with really great robots that actually have human brains inside of them, and the designs are fantastic.
Yeah.
Like the Colossus. I mean, I just want to draw that guy.
Well, I made my list for this month, and I might add a few more, but here it is. And I'll be making this into a...
I'm very impressed that you added Chud to the list there.
I'm not going to do Chud per se, but I'm using Chud as a sort of the best way to describe the concept.
Are you not using Chud because you haven't seen Chud?
Maybe.
Hey, we've all seen Chud here. Let's not go crazy.
No, he has not seen Chud.
How have you not seen Chud?
He gets frightened easily.
I do not deny being a horror wimp from way back, and I've been playing catch up.
Wait, Chud is scary? And certainly Chud 2, Bud the Chud, is absolutely not scary at all.
Point taken. I found a lot of them aren't scary after the fact. But I've also been seeing some good stuff lately. I saw The Haunting this week.
The original, right?
Yes. Please give me some credit, sir.
What's the other horror movie that you have on your list for this week's double feature?
For this week, I haven't decided yet. I've been playing. At the moment, I've been thinking of doing a monster comedy, but the problem with the one thing that I'm and at the moment that idea is including at the moment my comedy ideas are He Never Died, and I was thinking of doing that that vampire one. We live in the dark. We own the dark.
Oh, the things we do in shadows?
Well, I can tell you
Maybe.
that He Never Died is not like a ha-ha comedy. It's more like a dark comedy.
Considering the description I read, I kind of assumed as much.
I absolutely love the things we do in shadows.
That's
It is
My only problem with choosing that one was I was planning on doing an artsy vampire night, and I was worried that might into that.
it's not that.
This is not an
that
artsy vampire movie.
Yeah, no.
I know, but I have at the moment I have 3 on my list for that: Byzantium, and the one that I just heard of called She Who Walks Alone.
Oh, I saw She Who Walks Alone. It's more of an art house than a fancy vampire.
I kind of figured as much, considering what the Iranian censors would and would not allow.
It went pretty far. So of those two, Byzantium is definitely the better movie.
Okay. And then the other one that's on my list is Love Eternal or something.
I don't think I've heard of Love Eternal.
Not just a second.
I don't think I have either. Wait, what vampire movies have you seen?
Well, I've seen the basic ones, of course. Hunger.
A couple, only one Hammer though, right?
Right. I might do another Hammer. I was thinking of doing more of the Hammer, another Hammer night with some of the bodice rippers.
Have you seen the 1984, or is it the 78 version of Dracula?
That's the one where he has his shirt open in the poster.
Yes.
No, I have not seen that one. I've heard mixed things about it.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I've seen Love at First Bite.
Oh, please.
Oh god.
Personally, I don't think it ages very well.
I mean, you should lump Once Bitten in there for in that case.
I've seen that one too, and that one's painfully stupid. No, wait a minute, I take that back. I'm getting it mixed up with Dracula Dead and Loving It. Once Bitten is the one I was getting mixed up with Vamp last year.
Now, I liked Vamp. I think Grace Jones made an excellent vampire.
Yeah, wasn't Once Bitten the one with a very young Jim Carrey?
It was indeed. You betcha.
Now, Stowe, have you seen Vamp?
I have. I can't say I'm as big a fan of it as you are.
Now, of course, you have to watch not Bordello of Blood, which was a pretty bad.
Dusk Till Dawn isn't. We're gonna talk those movies.
Dusk to Dawn is what you
Yes,
gotta watch.
Oh yeah, John Carpenter's Vampires was terrible.
No, don't do that to yourself.
I already did that. I do not want to repeat the experience.
Yeah, no, that is the worst.
There's a French film called Vampires, which is about these two girls in a castle.
It's 8 o'clock.
Thank you, Bill, for that update.
How about Let Me In? Have you seen that?
Oh, love. No, actually, I have not seen Let Me In. I've only seen Let the Right One In. I've heard it's very good. It's a very good adaptation.
Let the Right One In is definitely better, though.
It's interesting. That really creeped me out for other reasons.
Making it into a series.
Really? In Sweden or here?
I think here.
Well,
Let the One In was going to become a series.
Because Let the Right One In really worked for me, not just for all the other reasons, but I happened to be living in Sweden when when the movie actually takes place, and not to mention the apartment complex I lived in was virtually a carbon copy of that apartment complex.
Oh God!
I mean,
I would have moved.
And so, therefore, for me, this was a Swedish Stephen King movie.
Have you seen?
What about Blade?
Blade.
Oh, come on, Blade is a great. Actually, Blade 2 is even better than the first Blade.
Blade 2 is an amazing film. One of my favorite movies of all time.
I actually liked Blade. I thought it did a very good job of doing the masquerade.
Oh, but you haven't done Blade 2 yet?
I've seen bits of Blade 2, but not in its
Blade 2 is amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
I generally like Del Toro's work. Oh, speaking of Del Toro and vampires, anybody seen The Strain?
I love The Strain.
I
watch it a lot.
I only seen a few episodes of the first season of The Strain.
I read the book and I've seen the first 2 seasons.
Well, hold on. Did The Strain start off at the North Pole, or was that some? I think of a different series.
Different series. The Strain is about a plane that arrives in New York, and everyone on board is dead, and then things go kind of way sideways. from that point.
Oh, then I have not seen that.
I had heard it described as a modern version of Dracula.
I would not call it that. I would call it a modern version of Salem's Lot. Because it's a lot, it shares a lot more thematical elements with Salem's Lot than it does Dracula.
Which begs the question, who has seen Salem's Lot?
I have not seen Sailor's Lot, mainly because I've heard...
Oh, Salem's, not sailors.
It's Jerusalem's Lot. Says the horror nerd in me.
Sailors. Oh my god.
Now I have an idea for some really bad fan art.
Let's see. Maybe you could do sort of like a Dracula Popeye crossover.
Was there such a thing?
No, but it's coming to me right now. I'm already seeing it in my head.
No, that's better than what was occurring to me. I was sort of imagining Serena and company being chased by vampires.
I'm trying to remember the name of my favorite vampire movie of all time, and I cannot remember it. It had several members from Aliens in it, and it was about like southwestern gutter punk vampires. It had Bill Paxton or Bill Pullman in it, and
I know the one that you're talking about has
what was
Liz.
that called?
Hang on, I've got the soundtrack to it up on my shelf here.
It's one of my favorites. It is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful film. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it if you are compiling a list of vampire movies. It was, if Interview with a Vampire was the polished vampire movie of the 90s, this was the unpolished vampire movie of the 90s.
Oh, cool. I mean, I liked Interview a lot more than it deserved, but it was...
I liked Interview. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. I did not expect Tom Cruise to do as competent a job as he did.
I would agree with that statement.
Oh, I am not finding my soundtrack for that movie.
I want to say it's like...
Something Dawn or...
Yeah, right? It's something like that. Oh, it's killing me because it literally is one of my favorite films I've ever seen. Called. Anyway, it's definitely worth trying to track down. It has Lance Hendrickson in it. Like literally, most of the Colonial Marines from Aliens are also in this movie. It's very bizarre.
And it's a fairly intense vampire movie.
Yeah, no, it's well worth your time.
I mean, that bar scene. Oh my god, that bar scene. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the bar scene. I love there's a shootout scene during the day where the vampires are trapped in a small house and there's police officers all around the house and the police officers shooting into the house, and it's not the bullets that are hurting the vampires, but the pricks of sunlight that the bullets are letting in. It's such a beautifully crafted shot. I think I'm finally done with this particular sequence. Oh no, I'm not. I gotta add snow.
I think this might be done. I'm not sure if I want to add a little bit more detail to the leaves or not.
Now, Bill, you have yet to see Monster Club, have you not?
No, I have not seen Monster Club.
Wait, what is Monster Club?
You haven't seen Monster Club, or is it Monster Squad?
Monster Squad, I totally remember fondly as a child.
I
do not.
remember loving the television show Monster Squad, but I never saw the movie.
There was a television show?
Only lasted half a season. It was this. It was kind of doing these android monsters as crime fighters. That was sort of one of the kind of a Batman ripoff.
Oh, the Monster Squad, the movie is basically the Goonies meet the Universal
You're a
Monsters.
telemarketer. You just go, hello, goodbye.
What? This is
I know.
I told you this on Monday. Oh my goodness.
Every single time.
Okay.
I was giving him stuff about how he keeps answering his phone during these during the filming of these. And he's like, I don't do that. And there he just did it. Creed.
Now, did you ever see Lance Henriksen in a movie called Man's Best Friend?
Wait,
no, it sounds vaguely familiar though.
There is this, I'm not sure, this genetically modified.
Oh wait, I have seen that.
Oh yeah.
All right, pardon me while I need to go get.
I am looking online to try to find that movie.
No good, huh?
Well, I know Lance.
You're right. It's
Henriksen's in it.
Is it Till Dawn?
Not Near Dark.
Near Dark. That's it. Oh my God, it's so good. Yes, you need to add that to your list, Bill.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the soundtrack enough that I went out and bought the soundtrack to it.
All right, so I'm about to introduce a Viking, a leader of a Viking village in my comic. And every year I get together with some guys playing game retreat. And if you know anything about role playing, you usually get rewarded in those games in experience that you can then modify your character with. But since these events are just one session, then that's it. Instead, we give out basically fake money that you can use in auctions. And 2 years ago, I auctioned off likeness rights to characters in Sidekick quests at this event. And this guy, my friend Anthony here, has been waiting patiently for 2 years for me to introduce a Viking. So I'm finally introducing a Viking, and it's going to be in his likeness.
Was the dwarf that you introduced not so long ago, and the
Was that one?
pirate?
No, but the pirate captain was. The pirate captain was another one of those rewards. No, the dwarf guy actually was one of my old D&D characters that I just ported over to the comic.
Okay.
Now I want to watch Near Dark.
I want to
I haven't.
find.
You want to find the soundtrack?
No, I got the soundtrack. I want to find a new. I've been trying to dig around and look through some new horror movies to try to find something. I've been watching a couple of extreme Asian films,
Oh God, I'm sorry.
and
You know, you watch one. What was it called? Audition or
oh no, this stuff is more than Audition.
wait, what?
Okay, you need to watch.
Dude, why do you watch that? Do not watch that stuff.
No, dude, it's fun stuff. Like,
No.
have you haven't
I
seen Machine Girl?
die, buddy.
There's this type of Japanese horror called cyber splatter,
Oh yeah, I've seen some of that.
Right.
and it's way over the top.
Based on a lot of manga anime that I watch, I can imagine what it is.
So there's Machine Girl was actually fairly decent.
I saw the trailer for that.
I also saw the trailer for that.
I
I think those were the best bits, I would imagine, in that trailer.
I just got through watching something called Tag, which is Korean. But it makes some really strong social commentaries that you just can't do in normal cinema.
I sound thoroughly convinced.
But I'm trying to. No, it's every now and then you find something that's interesting that does something. Like I saw this Chinese horror film last year called Dumplings, and it is by far one of the most creepiest, disturbing horror movies I've ever seen.
I think you told me about it, and I agree. And I don't want to hear about it again.
There. I think this is it.
Yeah, I think this horror movie would give Bill nightmares.
You know, I love the hook that holds the cauldron.
Thank you.
I think very well done.
Let me take a peek.
I stumbled over the basic concept in a colonial craft book, so and it was a perfect solution about how to do the cauldron right.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Goodness.
Bless you. Not so long ago I saw a Yul Brynner war movie that was never aired in the United States on TV.
If you want,
Weird.
my favorite Yul Brynner guilty pleasure. Ever see Ultimate Warrior?
Yes. Post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
I am very excited, even though it might take me a while to see it, of the series Westworld coming to HBO.
Oh, I heard about that. I wasn't sure what I thought of it. What little I've seen so far.
I've only seen that one trailer, and the jury's still out. I guess I'll wait till it starts, and if people say it's good, I might watch it.
I always
but I
enjoyed.
was never really connected to the first Westworld.
Oh, you never saw the first Westworld?
Oh, I saw it. I just never really got much out of it.
Then there was the second Westworld, and then there was the series.
There was a series?
There was a television series.
Weird.
Unless I made that up in my fevered little mind, but I'm pretty sure it was. No, robots with the faces falling off of them was a big thing in the 70s, as you could see by the many
Oh, I know. I watched Doctor Who.
Biotic Man. And oh, Matt Damon is going to be the new $6 billion man in the TV series.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Matt Damon is doing a TV series.
Yep, and it's going to be the $6 million man, only they're going to call it the $6 billion man.
Matt Damon is doing a TV series.
I thought it was very strange as well. But I read it in a magazine, so it has to be right. It has to be true, right?
Oh, God.
I was in a doctor's waiting room today, and they had some Us magazines. And I gotta tell you,
TV series?
The articles and the way that magazine is compiled together, it looked like it was done by high school students. None of the celebrities looked like the celebrities that there were photos of. I mean, it was just terrible.
Huh. You know, I can't remember the last time I read a magazine. Any magazine.
Okay, Monday.
I haven't looked at those juxtaposed yet, actually.
You haven't?
For me, we're waiting to be read.
Well, you need to take them into the bathroom and leave your phone behind.
There you go. I've never been a big reader on the toilet.
I need to replace my toilet seats.
What did you just say?
They're all worn out.
Your toilet seat?
Yeah, the little...
I think that's too much information for any one podcast.
You know what I want?
All right, I think I
want a really nice one of those.
What do you guys think? The first head or the second head? One, two.
First.
Really? I like the second one. The second one has a lot more character to me.
The second one's going to be easier for you to draw over a series.
Yeah, that's true.
So, the second one will work better when you're going both near and far. The second one will work easier when you do a rotation on a 3/4 of an angle. So,
also true. All right, that's the head then. You've convinced me. It's easier. That's enough to convince me.
It's the 4-finger version of the head.
And it looks enough like the guy, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Looks more like him than the Monlux does of me. So.
Au contraire, I beg to
Well, let's put it this way. I think he'll be pleased.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, guys, I think I'm getting out of here a little early tonight. I got kids that need to get put to bed for school tomorrow.
Well, I hope they do good at the callback.
I know, right? Me too. I'm really bummed that I'm not going to be at the life drawing session, though. I might just drop off some stuff at the... I think it would be easier for both of us if I just drop stuff off at...
Tacoma Games?
No, at King's Books. And just have them keep it for you. than have to lug it all the way out to you, and then you lug it all the way back, basically to King's Books. Whereas I live right next to King's Books, I could just drop stuff off.
And I can just leave it there for you to pick up later.
Yeah, that could work. So I think I'll just do that. All right, I really appreciate you taking lead there. I've talked to the models. They are aware that they should talk to you.
Have any of the models done any modeling previously? Or like,
Well, they've done photo shoots.
ah,
I don't believe they've done art modeling before. But I was thinking some short poses to get them started, and then maybe some longer poses as the night went on.
yeah, you know the people in the room, they're going to want longer poses.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. But you have 4 models, so switching them out and letting some rest, I think, should be the way you should do it.
Oh, excellent suggestion. Thank you very much.
Do like 2 at once, have 2 rest, and then switch out. I think that would be the way to go, instead of having to do all 4 all at the same time.
What I'll do is I'll confer with them, and it might.
Sure.
What I'll do is I'll have some of them doing long poses and some of them doing short poses.
Oh, that's not a bad idea either. And right now, you should be getting a pretty good crowd. We're at 17 going, and quite a few interested. So hopefully, even if we half that number of goings, that's still like 7 or 8, which is not a bad number.
Nope.
So hopefully it is very well attended. And I am really saddened that I cannot go. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much. So before I do leave, I noticed that this is a Google Hangout.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to show you how this worked.
I do.
Okay, and I can show
Is
you.
this a Google Hangout on air?
No, what you do is let me switch over to a different screen.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll pull up.
You know, during our Halloween episode of Epic Sketchtime, you really need to have somebody in a creepy costume come out of that door behind you, because that would be awesome.
Talking to me or to Bill?
I'm talking to you. You got a door right behind you that I'm just waiting for something horrible to pop out of. I don't know where that door goes. My guess is a hell dimension. Are you still looking?
Yeah, I am. I'm just pulling up a page. Okay, I'm going to start sharing this page. Da-da-da-da. Which one is it? Okay, so here we are.
Okay.
And you see this Stream Now beta?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's so much easier than what I was looking at before they switched over.
But what you don't want to go to the Stream Now beta, because this is where it was saying, you know, set up encoding software.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
No, you go down here to events.
Right, which I did as well.
And as you can see, it says live now. Well, basically you have the same window. Oh, I can't show you because we're live.
Right. But one of the options is Google Hangout.
Yeah, you get basically this same window, you know, with all the information you put together. Then over here on the right-hand side, down at the bottom, there's going to be an option, and one of the options is quick. There's like a setup button and a quick button located right here, and the one that says quick says Google Hangouts.
Oh,
And
what?
so, yeah, and you just
that
click.
definitely didn't exist when I was trying to figure this out 3 weeks ago, 2
I
weeks
know,
ago.
and believe me, I know it didn't exist because I was trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You and I
Well,
were
that's awesome.
going up here looking underneath the beta rather than the events, and this is misleading. So go to the events, and it'll say, okay, you can schedule the event, but you also have the option of just telling it to go live, and it's that simple.
Awesome.
And then
Well,
once
cool.
you get your standard window, once you get your Hangout window, then you start inviting people in one by one. You can't
Sure.
do it by group, you have to do it by individual. And
Okay.
it is 8:30, and after that nice little lesson, I'm going to say good night, gentlemen.
All right. Good night.
And this is the end of Epic Sketch Time for September 2007. I'll post this up later.
All right. See you next week.